Welcome to History Of. This is a series where we do a deep dive into some of your favorite comic book heroes and villains. In today's video, we'll be talking about a character that has received a ton of attention in recent years, and that is Miles Morales. Miles' creation in Marvel Comics was something that had been discussed since 2008 and didn't happen until 2011 when the character first appeared in Ultimate Fallout number 4. Marvel's editor-in-chief at the time, Axel Alonso, had gone on record saying that they were inspired by Barack Obama's victory in the 2008 presidential election, and they wanted to create a version of Spider-Man that was of color and more diverse. Despite this already being done in the 90s with Miguel O'Hara, a character who has also become quite prominent these days because of the Spider-Verse films. Marvel decided to once again create an alternate version of Spider-Man, but this time in the Ultimate Universe. For those who don't know, the Ultimate Universe was an alternate Marvel universe that was created in the early 2000s and was meant to represent a much more modern, darker, and cynical take on most Marvel characters. However, writer Brian Michael Bendis was in charge of the Spider-Man series involving Peter Parker, and while he had made some changes, the comic book run was a lot more optimistic and in line with the character's ethos than the rest of the Ultimate Universe. Despite the success of this run, Bendis decided to go along with the creation of Miles, and Peter was eventually killed off in a very poignant manner during the original Ultimate Spider-Man run in 2011. This paved the way for Bendis and artist Sarah Pichelli to create their own version of this iconic hero. The change had a significant amount of doubters, but at least took place in an alternate universe, which lessened the blow for a lot of Peter Parker fans. Miles is a teenager, the son of an American police officer, Jefferson Davis, and a Puerto Rican mother, Rio Morales. Miles' family eventually wins a lottery that allows him to go to a prestigious school in Brooklyn, which sets up the event of the story in terms of his development. However, as this is happening, Miles' uncle Aaron Davis, who also was a criminal, decides to steal some things from Norman Osborn's lab, as the latter is imprisoned because of his crimes as the Green Goblin. Aaron wasn't aware of this, but a genetically enhanced spider, an experiment of Norman's, crawled into his bag and eventually bit Miles when the latter was visiting his uncle's apartment, much to the dislike of his family. It's worth pointing out that all of this happened a few months before Peter's death, and at first Miles doesn't want to be a hero and just wants to live a normal life. However, after failing to arrive on time to save Peter, he's inspired by the Spider-Man ethos and decides to carry on his legacy, kickstarting his own adventures. As we've mentioned, Miles was originally part of the Ultimate Universe, but after the 2015 Secret Wars event, he was merged into Marvel's main continuity, so these days he's tagging along with Peter and most of the Marvel cast. Miles Morales has appeared in multiple animated series, movies, and video games over the years, but as of this writing, he hasn't been featured in any live-action adaptation. There have been lots of rumors about him showing up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is very likely to happen eventually. Miles has a lot of different abilities that both belong to the original Spider-Man and those that are unique to him. Much like Peter, he has his own web shooters, super strength, improved resistance, great reflexes, the Spidey sense, and the ability to stick and crawl on walls. That's all well and good, and most people have seen those abilities over the years across all media, but the biggest difference is his unique abilities. He has the ability to camouflage with a lot of different elements and the Venom Strike, which allows him to paralyze his opponents for a moment with just one hit. He can also produce bioelectric energy threads from his fingers, which are quite practical for movement and things of that nature. Now we're in our favorite section, the recommended reading. So here we're going to list a few comics for you to get to know Miles Morales a lot better. The best way to start with this character is from the very beginning with the Ultimate Comics Spider-Man number 1. And if you want to dive deeper into Miles' story, then read Ultimate Spider-Man series of comics. This series stars Peter Parker but expands into Miles' story. This is the original story of the character, which is great for newcomers and helps to build a strong connection with the Miles Morales character. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Did you learn something about Miles Morales that you didn't know otherwise? Let me know by leaving a comment below this video. While you're down there, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. And if you'd like to see more videos in the meantime, check out one of the videos we have showing on your screen right now. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video.